2 weeks ago, you would have seen me talk about one of my favorite games of our collection, Tapestry, covering its gameplay and expansions. With our collection, my husband also bought us an organization tool to fit all of the base game and expansions into the original base game box, which means we had 2 extra boxes that were basically useless. 3 weeks ago, you would have seen that I reorganized and cleaned up our board game collection, leaving the wall space above it pretty empty. Well, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and instead of throwing out those boxes, I wanted to repurpose them into something. Anyone new to the channel might not know, but I love art and creating things. So today, I'm going to show you nerds how I repurposed one of our Tapestry expansion boxes into an art piece. Choosing what art I wanted from the game, I started with sketching out the basic idea that I had for my shadow art box piece. I honestly am not sure what to call it. Just 3D art? Basically, I wanted several layers of art from the game to show the lineage of your civilization advancing into the future with technology and exploration. Anyways, choosing what art from the game I wanted to incorporate into my final piece, I was actually ready to get started. I'm using Artist Loft alcohol markers. Honestly, this is a medium I'm still getting used to, but I felt comfortable enough to use it for this project. Because I knew this was the supply I was going with, I had gone to the store and needed to swatch out my new batch of markers before getting started. I measured the box that I was going to use and cut marker paper to the appropriate size. Working my way from the back, I started with the artwork from the Futurist's Civilization card. I took out 2 miniatures, one a futuristic military building to tie in with the Futurists piece, and the other to show the humble beginnings of society. Anyone who's played Tapestry will recognize them. I also incorporated a little spy plane into the future piece, another hint that the building relates to the military. I'm actually really happy with how hidden it is. I glued in the back piece, and before continuing on to the next pieces, I framed the inside of the piece with black cardstock to make it look more like an intentional art piece. In order to create support and dimension in the box, I cut up 2 pieces of cardstock and did a 3-fold so that the backs of each piece would stick to each other. Each end piece would create a flat surface, one to stick to the artwork that the new piece was going to be placed in front of, and the other to stick to the back of the new piece to give it support. With my final art piece, I knew that I wanted to do the Maker of Fire, which is the first piece of every player's tapestry. I wanted to have a sky that was blue to bring it back to the very first piece that I drew for this tapestry art. I was feeling like there was a lot of yellow and green, which is some of the main colors of the tapestry cards, but it made it feel like the back futurist piece didn't relate to the other pieces. So I decided to incorporate the blue sky behind the Maker of Fire, as well as I colored over the yellow sky that I had previously drawn on those house pieces that I just finished. But once I sized up the piece and cut out what I needed to in order to see the pieces behind, I had to make one large final cardstock piece to support the Maker of Fire, and my piece was finally done. What do you nerds think? I'm pretty darn happy with how it turned out. Having it on the wall though, it really shows how much space is left. What other pieces should I put up there? Fan art of video games, movies? I've already got some ideas whirring in my head. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and would love to know what board game you would love to have art of. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.